Grand Hood Rising, Kings and Queens, the Trap Witch here in Atlanta, Georgia, coming to bring you a full moon in Taurus reading for October 24th, 2018. For those of you who don't know me, I am the Trap Witch. You can find me on Instagram, TheTrapWitch. Or you could go to my website, www.thetrapwitch.com. I am an intercessory. I'm someone who is an intuitive healer that stands in the gap for people as they learn to find their power, to learn how to build the bridges that they need to overcome the obstacles in their life. I strongly believe in the magic of learning to overcome, and that's what we are here to do. We are here to be guided through the darkness of our life by projecting the light that we find internally in order to be able to move forward. What we have coming up now, full moon in Taurus. Taurus is ruled by Venus, and we are currently in Venus retrograde, and we are in Libra season. Libra also ruled by Venus. There is a lot of love in the air because Venus is the planet that rules love and all of our interpersonal relationships. One thing that is really amazing to look at is that Taurus is a fixed sign and Libra is a cardinal sign, okay? Libra is often the initiator of many great things. Cardinal signs are great things. It's like, let's get this going, let's initiate it. They are the types of people that often neutralize things and bring great balance to situations. And so Taurus is a sign that comes into play a lot of times, especially with materialism, materializing things, the material world. They are great lovers of pleasure and luxuries and all the finer things in life. And so right now, ask yourself, as we are in this Libra season, Taurian full moon in Venus retrograde, how do you love yourself in life? How are you going to initiate that? And where are you just not going to budge any longer? I think that at times we can constantly go through things that makes us realize it's like, why am I not materializing truly what it is that I want, especially when it comes to love within yourself, love with other people, in your family, in your relationships, in your friendships. And this has been a great time because I know Venus retrograde has been making people really analyze how they love themselves and how they want to be loved in this world and how that materializes. Taurian people love the finer things in life because they feel like they deserve those luxuries. And so right now, how are you going to initiate the luxuries of things that you desire in your life? And this is the thing, it starts with your inner self-worth, with your inner self-love, right? If you truly don't believe like you deserve these things, how do you expect them to materialize? How do you think that they are going to manifest? And so this is something that you have to take into high consideration. So with that being said, I don't want to go on too much longer. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to pull some cards. I'm going to call in spirit. I'm going to ask them to give us some indications on how they would like us to work with this energy coming up within the next few days in order to manifest this next chapter of our life. And we have to keep in mind as well that Mercury retrograde is currently coming up again, third time this year, right? And it's going to be falling in the fire sign of Sagittarius. All the Mercury retrogrades this year have been in fire signs that have heavily to do with our passions, okay? So we're coming fresh off of Venus retrograde, going into Mercury retrograde. So Mercury retrograde will also give you a great time to go back to the drawing board and figure out how you're going to communicate what these desires are, and especially with love and how the things in your life are materialize from the seeds that you plant in your mind, in your heart. You have to understand that your heart is the center of which all radiates outwards, and then your mind also projects things outwards. So if you aren't getting what you desire coming to you at this point, you're going to have to really look inward, and this is a great season to start with your heart and your mind, how you love yourself and the thoughts that you that you have in your head, especially in regards to how you see yourself and how you see yourself in this world. Mercury retrograde is going to be a great time to reevaluate how you want to communicate yourself to the universe and to the world. So we're going to pull these cards. And for those of you who follow me regularly and watch these videos, I really want to try something different today. I'm really wanting to break out of my comfort zone. I always read with the New Orleans Voodoo deck, and I was gifted a new deck. It is the Mythical Goddess Tarot by Sage Holloway. I know a lot of people are familiar with that deck. So I want to try something different. Typically, I would pull 5 cards from the New Orleans Voodoo, and I would complement with probably like a goddess card or archangel card. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull 3 cards from the Mythical Goddess deck, excuse me, and then I'm going to complement them with cards from the Goddess Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue. So I'm going to pull 3 from here, 3 from there. We're going to pull on superficial level, and we're going to pull on a subconscious level. And then overall, I'm going to complement it with a card from the Archangel deck by Doreen Virtue. I'm just wanting to try something different, put myself out of my comfort zone, because sometimes you just need a challenge, right? And a challenge accepted. So let's go ahead and let's get into this reading, shall we? If you want, and I would suggest, suggest you getting a notebook and writing down anything that comes up as a key point for you that hits a note and that resonates with you, to keep in mind, so that if something comes up and it sounds like something you've heard on here, you're going to be prepared and you're going to know how to work with the energy. Because at the end of the day, when you are prepared, preparation prevents loss, okay? And so when you are secure in what you want to do, you run the chances less of losing things that you don't want to miss out on, okay? Ache. Let's sip of Bustelo. It's like almost midnight here in Atlanta and I'm drinking coffee. All right. Let's take a few breaths. All right. Spirit, I call you in on behalf of the collective, and I ask for the highest good of all those involved with harm to none. I ask Elegua to open the roads to precise messages. I ask at this time, what is it subconsciously, below the surface, beyond the veil, that can facilitate in the collective's highest good, allowing them to overcome and transcend any spiritual, emotional, mental, or physical blockages that are currently in their path, and giving them discernment to make the best decisions in order to overcome these obstacles that are holding them up from the next level of their ascension. May they be prepared. May they have all of the details gathered to make the best decisions, to learn to trust their intuition in order to guide them to trusting themselves, to living their biggest and best life. As we enter the Taurian full moon for October 24th, 2018, Libra season and Venus retrograde, we ask, how are we supposed to use this energy in order to culminate what is best for us? I call in the Egun, the ancestors, spirit guides, archangels, ascended masters of benevolence only, in order to point our attention to what is most important, to move with good intention, to be of maximum execution of our highest potential energy, and be of servitude firstly to ourselves and then secondly to others. Okay, Ache. So we're going to pull 3 on the superficial level. And then we're going to pull 3 for the subconscious level. All right. Let's put these down on the ground so they're out of the way. Ah! Of course! Spirit always makes me drop something even when I'm extra careful. See, sometimes when you're extra careful, you still end up dropping stuff. And sometimes it's because of that anxiousness or that nervousness, right? Okay. We'll put those over there. We're not ready for these yet. All right. Let's get into this reading, shall we? The first card that I pulled on the superficial level, on the surface level, let's call this on the surface level of our lives right now. Mother Mary, sacrifice. Sacrifice, okay? And this card on the subconscious level is complemented with Guinevere, true love, okay? The romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. On the subconscious level, the true love that you desire, that you want the universe to bring to you, okay, is going to require sacrifice. Your heart's desires, you can find peace in knowing that you can have all the blessings that you want. But on the surface level, are you really making those sacrifices? Ask yourself. I really want you to ask yourself, are you making those sacrifices? Because a lot of times, right, we'll say, oh my God, I want this, this for example, I want this person so bad. I want this person so bad, but we're impatient, right? I want this job so bad, but we're impatient. I want, right? Because especially when something has struck a chord in your heart and you're like, oh my God, this is everything that I desire. This has got to be true. There's no way that this could be false. And that's all fine and dandy. But how many of us are really prepared to make the sacrifices that is necessary so that we can align with that? Because the second set of cards that we have in the middle is depletion, okay? This card. It shows all of these fish that are just belly up in the water. They almost look like they're dying off, okay? We got that reverse, and then that's complemented with Pele, divine passion. Be honest with yourself. What is your heart's true desires? What I get, right, from this is that a lot of times we've got to stop depleting ourselves when it comes to our passions, okay? Because we can get burnt out so much that it's almost like with those fish coming up, belly up in the waters. The waters for me represent our emotions, and we can get so toxic in our emotions when it comes to our passions and the things that we want that we actually think that we are doing what is best. I think sometimes just going gun-ho, just going too hard, going too much in. And we don't realize that the blessing comes from not depleting ourselves, not depleting our emotions, not being depleted in our mindset. And when I say depleted in our mindset, I mean a lack mindset. I want to look up what the word depletion means, okay, in definition. Depletion, definition. Reduction in the number of quantity of something. Okay? I'm getting that you'll reduce your mind, you'll reduce your emotions, you'll reduce your heart, you'll just reduce yourself. You'll reduce yourself you will sacrifice yourself. You will sacrifice yourself in order to get what you want, and that's not what is healthy for you to do. It is not healthy to reduce yourself in quantity what we have to do is the opposite of that. We have to increase ourselves in quality. Okay, you feel me? In order to have the true love that you desire and you think that the universe is going to bring you and, wants to bring you, you're going to have to stop depleting yourself in quantity and increase yourself in quality. And that's where the sacrifice lays. One thing that I have learned, I'm an initiate of Santeria, an Afro-Cuban religion that is also stemmed from the West African practice of Ifa. And the biggest thing that I have learned about the practice is that I can have anything that I want and that I desire, but by no means am I supposed to deplete myself in the on the journey towards it. Everything that is for us will always align for us. And so many of us will sacrifice our integrity, sacrifice our will, sacrifice so many things to gain things in quantity. Why half yourself to get to something? In order to healthily get to something, you have to be the whole best version of you. So many people sacrifice their true nature in order to pursue these things. If you are sacrificing your true nature to get to something, you'll never have it. You understand? And our true nature is not operating excessively in the ego. Your ego tells you right now, I'm a sever myself in quantity into pieces in order to get something that I want, or even a piece of something that I want. In order to get the whole blessings in your life, you have to be the whole best versions of you. To get that whole position, you need to be a whole ass motherfucking 100. You feel me? And so many of us, we will disrupt our heart space and we will disrupt our peace in order to get to it. And Mother Mary here, we know, with the Sacred Heart and also with the dove flying in. Do you have a sacred heart? Do you hold your heart sacred? Do you really believe that if whatever is for you is actually for you, that you would move out of a place of holding what is holy in your heart? I mean, ask yourself that. What does the word sacred mean? The word sacred by definition means connected with God or dedicated to a religious purpose and so deserving veneration. Ask yourself this, okay? I really want you to ask yourself this. Is the way you are moving towards the things you desire in life, is it connected to godlike energy? Is it dedicated to your divinity? Is it dedicated to the way you feel about yourself? Deserving veneration, okay? In order to ascend in this life, you have to venerate yourself and you have to feel like you are deserving of that veneration, okay? Veneration. I'm sorry, you guys, I'm big on language. My mouth is my magic power, and so I'm big on the language that we use in our life and understanding it. You know? Words are sorcery. When you speak, you cast spells. Veneration, great respect, reverence. How much do you respect yourself when it comes to the things that you want? Do you disrespect yourself and deplete yourself going after the shit that you want? Let me ask you this. There's a motherfucker that you want, okay? Will you disrespect yourself? Will you disrespect your heart? Will you go against your sanctity? Would you go against your reverence to get into a higher position of something that you think at the cost of severing yourself in quantity? Lowering your quality? No. It's not what we're doing. And in this Taurian energy that's all surrounding luxury and comfort and warmth and all of these things, right? Are you really going to deplete yourself and make yourself operate from a place of lack? You cannot gather what you want in excess by operating out of a place of lack, a lack mindset, a lack heart space, a lack of willpower. A lot of times when people operate out of impatience, they don't realize they're actually operating from a place of lack of will. Do you feel me? Sometimes you have to look, right? Passion, divine passion. When you are pushing in excessive force to something that is resisting you, you feel me? Or resisting you, do you actually have willpower? Because sometimes willpower is the patience to fucking wait and be still and be whole within yourself in a place of gratitude, in a place of luxury. I am luxurious. I am a whole 100. I am feeling myself, and whatever is for me will never miss me. It will meet me here in my place of abundance because I am a magnet of that energy. A lot of people, let's go back to visiting this whole now fixed cardinal. How many of you have actually really started initiating, okay, and not budging on these things and how you come into your blessings? Okay? Because some of us, we will go back on what we said, okay? And right now, this is a time to redefine your boundaries with yourself and your boundaries with others. Sometimes you're going to have to sit down and say, bitch, I ain't doing this shit with myself no more. I ain't going to let these motherfuckers do this shit with me no more. Okay? There's a sense of really now moving forward. The last card we have is child consciousness, reverse. Okay? Child consciousness being reversed, it's and then complemented on the subconscious level with Mawu, Mother Earth. You are called to help with environmentalism. I feel like with child consciousness, okay, we're not naive anymore. A lot of us aren't. We know better. We're aware of our environment. And we're beginning to become more aware of what part we play in that. And we can't be childish about that anymore. It's all fun and games. You can understand. It's all fun and games until you don't like the environment that you're sitting in. You don't like how your nature has been corrupted. You don't like how you've been depleted. But how many of you, again, won't make that sacrifice to come into that true love for yourself, surrounding yourself with all of these things that are reflections of your true love? How many of you have a desire to live colossally? Okay? I went to a sweat lodge earlier this year. I went to about 2 or 3 of them. And my closing words, because we'll set words of intention, and I remember wanting my words to be colossal, magnificent, huge, just bigger than bigger, right? And a lot of us have to understand that we are but one person, right? We're one being, one spirit. But the true measure of self-love are the things that manifest, that become bigger than you. I'm going to have a moment right now. I know the life I want for myself. And I had to have faith at some point that sitting on my porch, at times I'm like, bitch, talking to yourself can manifest into just something so much bigger, because my desire for a larger life and the capacity to reach a larger audience, just so that people can feel this sense of self-love and faith for themselves. It doesn't matter if you're behind a fucking square piece of fucking technology. You have the capacity to change your life in such a way to deliver what the universe has for you out of that true, authentic love for yourself. And you don't have to. When I say this, you do not have to deplete yourself and lower your worth for anything that you want. If you are truly passionate about what it is that you desire, be aware, be mature, be full of integrity, be full of honesty about what is true to your nature, because whatever finds you on that path is definitely for you, and you are deserving of it. And every bit of luxury and piece of wonderful things in life that come to you, you know that you made the sacrifice to come into that. And those blessings that you have that arrive at your doorstep, they are yours. I really feel this so strongly within my being. Earlier this week, I reposted something from someone that I asked to be my mentor at the beginning of my journey, which that door didn't open at that time. But now things have full circled in my life. And it said, the authentic path might take longer, but guess what? It will be legendary. And the amount of luxury you desire in your life, you have to believe that it's going to come by you not feeding into no motherfucking sucker shit. Y'all gonna be like, this girl so fucking I'm getting my gangster back. Thugs cry too, and then they get their gangster back. Okay, hold on. Oh. The environment that you desire to live in, it is all very feasible. But it comes by you never sacrificing that quality to get to it. A lot of you, at times, you're going back on how you want to be loved in this life because you just want to be loved. People want to be loved by their family. People want to be loved by their friends. People want to be loved by lovers. People want to be loved by the world. How the fuck you want to be loved based on you? When you stop looking at how am I gonna get people to love me? How am I gonna just be you, my G? Just do you and be you, and the best version of you can be. And that's gonna take sacrifice. The person I am today, I wasn't 6 months ago. The person I am today, I wasn't a year ago. And guess what I'm grateful for? It has come by a lot of sacrifice. What are you willing to sacrifice? A lot of times it requires sacrificing toxic emotions, a toxic mindset, a lack of willpower, Ask yourself, I want you to do this. What do you feel that you lack in life right now? Okay? And I ask that on a very character level, okay? I'm very impatient. But my patience was the reason why a lot of things weren't manifesting. I'm very stubborn. But my flexibility and my fluidity now has allowed me to open up more blessings in my life. A look at where you are lacking right now and where maybe you have to make sacrifices so that you are not depleting yourself in quantity and that you are increasing in quality. Okay? Let's go ahead and pull an Archangel card. Okay. The spirits are funny, okay? Because 3 fell out. There's like, nah, y'all, you doing this 3 shit, we gonna give you 3 motherfucking mouth. Okay, we gonna do it. Creative writing, Archangel Gabriel. Make time to write down your thoughts in a journal or a pen article or book. Career transition, Archangel Shamuel. Your life purpose is triggering a blessed career change. Leadership, Archangel Gabriel, it is time for you to assume your leadership power and position and lovingly guide others. Gabriel came up twice. So before we get into this, let's look up Archangel Gabriel. Archangel Gabriel. Archangel Gabriel's name means God is my strength. One of the two archangels specifically named in the Bible by both the Old and New Testament, she is often portrayed holding a trumpet as the only female archangel. As the patron of communications, Archangel Gabriel is the messenger angel acting as a messenger of God. She helps writers, teachers, journalists, and artists to convey their message, to find motivation and confidence, and to market their skills. She also assists in overcoming issues of fear and procrastination in communication, as well as in all areas related to children, helping during conception, pregnancy, childbirth, and child rearing. Look at how this plays in. Archangel Gabriel's name means God is my strength. Do you see where I told you? Ask where you are lacking so that you can find strength to make these things better. The sacrifice that is required to come into your blessings. How you communicate yourself. The patron of communications. The messenger. With Mercury RX coming up soon, how are you communicating yourself to the universe? How are your messages being relayed to the universe so that these things that you want are communicated back to you? Overcoming issues of fear. Overcoming issues of procrastination. A lot of us operate in fear because we don't have faith. A lot of us procrastinate on things because we don't believe. I don't really like the word believe. I really don't. Ever since I saw a quote that said, believe, the first part of believe is belie. I like to say, like, I have faith in instead of believe. I don't know. It's like reprogrammed in my head now. So how do you have faith that you could get moving so that you're not procrastinating? Because a lot of us, we're just like sitting there wasting away like, well, I guess ain't shit coming. And you have to communicate that out. And so what I get from these three cards is that we have to really, a lot of times in order to manifest, right? We have to really communicate that in writing, in our words, in the way that we just set it in stone. Because I feel like when we write things out, it's almost like we're setting it in stone, right? The word has been written. That is what I just heard. The word has been written. Send the message out. The word has been written. That career transition, you want this position. You want yourself to come into new positions in life, whether it be in friends, in love, in job, and whatever. You want it. You want to feel that sense of purpose that comes through these changes. But with that leadership card, my G's, you got to take motherfucking accountability. In order to be a leader in life, you have to be willing to serve. And sometimes being a servant requires sacrifice. But guess what? There's many blessings that come via serving. And are you serving yourself right now? Are you serving the highest version of yourself? Or are you serving your fucking ego? The ego is a great thing when it comes to certain levels of confidence. But sometimes your ego will have you super motherfucking overconfident. And that's why your shit keeps getting fucked up. Because that confidence can lead, that overconfidence can lead to a sense of almost entitlement. You doing all that depletion of self because you feel entitled to some shit. It's like when you throw an emotional tantrum. That child consciousness at times of that, like, being naive of your environment and how you're playing even a role in that. Okay? Take fucking accountability for yourself. Venus retrograde, Libra season, Taurian full moon. How are things materializing in your life right now? Do you feel excess abundance coming in? Do you feel that you're communicating yourself the best way possible? Do you feel like the universe is almost like tricking out on you right now. Like, yes, blessings on blessings on blessings on blessings. You know, some if you feeling the blessings coming in right now, it's like, bitch, them sacrifices that you made are materializing into blessings. Damn, this is how I've been loving myself. Damn, bitch, you deserve this. Yes. Now I'm gonna treat myself. Yes, blessing here. Thank you very much. It's like a blessing buffet. If not right now, if you've done the work, things are just keep pushing through. It's gonna come. But if you sitting there like ain't nothing materializing that you desire at all, not even a little bit, you might have to ask yourself, where are you putting in the work? How are you not communicating yourself? Okay? All of these things, you have to ask yourself this. Because intuitively, with like I said, with those fish in that water, belly up, it's just, I don't like it. It's like maybe your intuition is blocked. Maybe your flow of creativity is just blocked. It's become toxic, full of negative emotions, negative mindset, negative heart space. And you can't allow that to be anymore. We ain't children. Most of us watching this shit, we motherfucking grown. How do you take accountability for how you play a part in your environment and the things that are manifesting? Are you surrounded by luxurious, quality people and things and just, oh my God, my life is just so blessed, baby? Or are you just like, fuck, what the fuck is going on? Like, it's all materializing based on how you're moving with these things. We are not products of our environment. We are products of this and that at a certain point in our life. And so if you aren't happy where you at, how you gonna get to where you want to be at? Okay? Are we gonna do a closing meditation? Spirit, you want me to do a closing meditation? I want to ask them what the closing meditation should be about. I feel all card pull happy today. So let's ask them how they would like to close this. I'm going to pull 3 more cards for the meditation. Okay. Bitch is flowing all up in her motherfucking intuition today. Let's put these in order so that all right. Spirit, we now ask, what would you like to be the basis of what we meditate on now, closing? Aha! All right. The 3 cards that I pulled, all fire. Fire, fire, fire. Maiden Revolution, Illumination, and Centering. Maiden Mother Crone. Right now, we are going to get to a place where we are getting into sexuality, the fire of our sexual energy, okay? The Maiden. The Maiden and the Maiden Mother Crone is someone who's discovering their inner sexuality. And when I say sexuality, I don't mean like titties, ass, all that good shit. What I mean is your ability to reproduce the desires that you want in your life, and also to seduce the universe to bring to you what it is that you desire. Okay? If you see, she's in that heart-centered space. Okay? And the fact that we got that 3rd card, centering, again in the heart space. You have to center yourself in your heart space, and you have to really ask, what is it that I desire to have in my life, and how do I reproduce that through channeling out that energy and seducing the universe to bring it to me? Illumination, light. Illumination, okay? Illumination. Illumination definition. Lightening or light. The action of supplying or brightening with light or the resulting state. So I almost feel like y'all got to get real motherfucking centered And you gotta send out the bat signal. Yes, I said the bat signal. You gotta send out the signal. Universe, I need help. I need help manifesting. But I gotta keep myself grounded and centered in order to, be in that place of love for myself, to bring these things that will love on me and shower me. Okay, so let's get into this. Put your hands over your heart, okay? Spirit, I ask on behalf of the collective that we move into a place of centering in our heart. I ask that our anxieties be relinquished. I ask that our sense of overconfidence in the ego into a place of entitlement be relinquished. I ask that we move into a space where we know that we are deserving of the things that we desire, and that we illuminate light from the heart in order to bring them into our alignment. We send out light from our heart. We surround our heart in light. I want you guys to imagine a nice, vibrant, white light around your heart. Okay? Whatever you're feeling in your heart tonight, if it's a bitter, negative emotion, resent, any of these things, I ask that you relinquish it. I literally want you to say this out loud. Spirit, I don't want negativity in my heart any longer. I don't want jealousy. I don't want envy. I don't want pride. I don't want resentment. I don't want bitterness. I don't want any of these things that block my light from being projected out to the universe to bring me all the luxuries, all the blessings, all the abundance that I deserve by blocking it with these negative things. And as you're sitting here, I want you to imagine the light around your heart that's white getting bigger and bigger and bigger until you see it create one solid light beam projecting out. And everything that you desire coming into alignment with that light and coming into you. I want you to feel that, and I want you to see that. Everything that you desire. Everything, okay? At any moment over the next week, when you feel yourself going to a place of anger, jealousy, hate, any nasty feeling, I want you to imagine a blockage of blackness just coming into that light and severing off what you want. Because anytime you move into that space of all of those nasty emotions and things, imagine what you want being cut off from you, being taken away from you. You don't want that. So allow those things that create negativity within your heart space to be gone. We are moving in illumination. You are a magnet of white light for anything that is of greatness to find you, because you are operating in greatness. You are operating in veneration. You are operating in the space of which you deserve. You deserve to respect yourself. You know why you deserve to respect yourself? Because nobody's going to fucking respect you if you don't respect yourself. We're going to take 2 more breaths. Say, I will not deplete myself in quantity. I will be of quality. I will be whole in my nature in order to bring everything that is reflective of my true nature to me. I am prosperous. I am abundant. I am full of wealth. I am full of luxury. I am learning how to be very firm with myself on how I initiate the love that I have for myself in every situation in my life, in my family life, in my friendship life, in my career, in my relationship. I am communicating myself out of a place of true, authentic love. All right. Okay. And so as you begin to open your eyes, I want you to still imagine that white light around your heart and just how big it is radiating. And almost to the point where if you were to imagine that that shit just is like casting light into your eyes. And that even when you go out into the world over the next few days, when you lock eyes with other people, I want you to almost, bitch, we about to be like Care Bears. Just feel the light. Just cast your light out. Illuminate. Okay? And allow the blessings to just flow into you. All right, we're going to open our eyes. 1, 2, 3. Ashe. All right, y'all. I hope that you got something that you needed from this reading. I hope that I leave you now better than I found you. If you've been going through some shit, that this gives you a new level of hope within yourself and how you need to operate and the capacity that you need to do things. And so if you would like to book a reading with me, www.thetrapwitch.com. You can do so there. Follow me on Instagram. I got a lot of great shit on there, okay? I got some good quality, consistent shit on there that you probably need in your life on a daily basis. But if you are needing help tackling your own individual issues, that you need someone's outside perspective or you need some confirmations on things, please feel free to book me. www.thetrapwitch.com, okay? I'm leaving you with love and light and lots of good shit. Okay? Peace, y'all.